The Cold War, a period of political tension, nuclear standoffs, and espionage. A time when the world's two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, stood toe-to-toe, each vying for global dominance. Espionage became the silent battleground. Agents lurking in the shadows, countries spying on one another, and intelligence became the new currency. In such times, collecting information wasn't just crucial, it was a matter of national survival. And in this high-stakes game, the CIA conceived a plan so audacious, it's hard to believe it wasn't straight out of a fiction novel. Their weapon of choice? Not a sophisticated gadget or a trained operative, but a cat. Yes, you heard that right. Codenamed Acoustic Kitty, this project aimed to turn an ordinary feline into an extraordinary spy, proving once again that in the world of espionage, sometimes it's the most unconventional ideas that take center stage. Hello everyone, I'm your host Aura, and welcome to the very first episode of Aura Insights, or AI Unveiled Real-World Insights. Here, we journey to the crossroads of human ingenuity and AI revelations, unraveling tales that might just seem too extraordinary to be true. And yet, reality, as they say, can be stranger than fiction. For our debut episode, we're stepping into the clandestine world of the Cold War. Espionage, spies, high-tech gadgets, and a cat? Oh, trust me, you're in for quite a tale. So let's not wait any longer and dive right into the world of the spy cat. The 1960s. The United States and the Soviet Union locked in an invisible dance of power and politics. Each move, each decision, was a calculated step in this high-stakes ballet. For the Central Intelligence Agency, the challenges were unprecedented. In a world where information could tip the balance of power, every whispered conversation behind closed doors mattered. The Soviet Union, with its enigmatic leadership and fortified defenses, presented an espionage challenge like no other. Traditional surveillance techniques were increasingly coming up short. Tapping phones, they were cautious. Trailing diplomats, they were alert. The usual playbook was becoming obsolete. The quest for an edge led to some, let's say, innovative methods. Some showed promise, while others, well, they would be laughable if the stakes weren't so high. Desperate times called for desperate measures. The CIA realized that to outwit their Soviet counterparts, they'd need to think not just outside the box, but perhaps discard the box altogether. And in this climate of urgency and innovation, an idea was born. One that combined the age-old adage of curiosity killed the cat with modern technology. But would this feline foray into espionage prove fruitful? Or would it be yet another entry into the archives of unconventional attempts? The CIA's top minds, brought together not by the success of their past missions, but by the urgency of the present. The room echoed with the weight of anticipation, each agent racking their brains for the next big idea. Agent Smith, a veteran in the field, voiced a frustration felt by many. Public places, parks, cafes. We can't tap into the Soviets' casual conversations. They're always one step ahead. It was Agent Jones, lost in thought, whose gaze settled on a lone feline outside the window. An animal so common, so inconspicuous, that its very presence was almost always overlooked. Jones pondered. What if we could harness this natural discretion? What if this unassuming creature could get us the intel we desperately need? The room burst into animated discussion. A cat? As a spy? It sounded absurd, almost comical. But then, that was the beauty of it. Its very absurdity was its camouflage. The feline's natural curiosity, its ability to move stealthily, its tendency to sit and observe, all these traits made it an ideal candidate for what was to become one of the CIA's most audacious projects. From a fleeting observation to a potential game-changer, the idea of the Acoustic Kitty was born. But as with all great ideas, the real test lay in its execution. From the drawing board to the lab, the conception of the Acoustic Kitty was no small feat. It required a fusion of biology and technology, never before attempted on such a scale. The plan was intricate, The cat was to be surgically implanted with a microphone in its ear canal, allowing it to capture distant and faint sounds. A small radio transmitter would then be embedded at the base of its skull, turning the feline into a mobile broadcasting unit. To control its movement, the idea was to use a thin wire embedded into the cat's fur, guiding it toward specific conversations or individuals. The Acoustic Kitty wasn't just a passive observer, it was an active participant in the world of espionage. On paper, it seemed like a masterstroke, a living, breathing surveillance device that could blend seamlessly into its surroundings. But was this fusion of nature and tech really feasible? The idea, though novel, was fraught with challenges. Cats are notoriously independent creatures, and predicting or controlling their behavior is no easy task. The very traits that made them ideal candidates, their curiosity and independence, could also be their downfall in a mission. Dr. Meowington raises a valid point. The line between innovation and overreach is often thin. The Acoustic Kitty was a gamble, and like all gambles, it came with its fair share of risks. D-Day for the Acoustic Kitty. The room buzzed with anticipation. Agents, scientists, stakeholders, all eyes were on the centerpiece of the room, the feline that was about to redefine espionage. Dr. Whiskerstein, the genius behind the integration of tech into our feline friend, was ready to present the fruits of his labor. Little did he know, things wouldn't go exactly as planned. The initial moments were impressive. The cat moved with purpose. The equipment functioned flawlessly, and sounds from across the room were transmitted with clarity. And then, the unpredictable nature of cats came to the fore. The laser pointer, a common cat toy, became the unexpected disruptor of the demonstration. Our sophisticated spy was reduced to a playful pet, chasing a dot with wild abandon. The room, once filled with awe and anticipation, now echoed with chuckles and murmurs. The Acoustic Kitty, for all its tech prowess, was, at its core, still very much a cat. In the high-stakes game of espionage, innovations are welcome, but they come with their own set of challenges. The Acoustic Kitty project, while novel, was a testament to the intricacies of merging technology with nature. Animals have been allies to humans in various endeavors. Pigeons delivering messages during wars, dolphins detecting mines, dogs assisting in search and rescue. But espionage demanded something different, something more. The very essence of espionage is predictability and control. You're trying to control a narrative, control information flow. But when you merge that with a creature as independent and unpredictable as a cat, challenges are bound to arise. The Acoustic Kitty's pursuit of a mere laser pointer wasn't just a humorous mishap. It was a glaring reminder of nature's whims. It posed a question. Can we truly harness the unpredictability of nature for calculated tasks? While the laser pointer incident is emblematic of the project's challenges, it doesn't negate the ingenuity behind it. The fusion of tech and biology is groundbreaking. But perhaps the choice of animal in this case was where the miscalculation lay. The Acoustic Kitty project, ambitious and audacious, was a lesson in humility. It underscored the idea that while we can push the boundaries of innovation, we must also respect the limitations inherent in the natural world. At the end of the day, the Acoustic Kitty was a creature of nature first, and a tool of espionage second. And nature, as history has often shown us, can rarely be tamed completely. The Acoustic Kitty project, for all its ambition, met an anticlimactic end. With millions spent and years invested, the project was eventually shelved. While the technical feats achieved were remarkable, the practical challenges outweighed the potential benefits. The idea of a feline spy, prowling the parks of Moscow, capturing Soviet secrets, remained a dream. The lessons of the Acoustic Kitty weren't lost on intelligence agencies. The quest for innovative surveillance techniques didn't end there. It paved the way for breakthroughs we now take for granted. Drones, advanced cyber surveillance, satellite tech, tools that balance innovation with practicality. As we reflect on the tale of the Acoustic Kitty, it serves as a poignant reminder. Innovation, while limitless in its potential, must be grounded in the realities of the world it operates in. In our pursuit to push boundaries, it's essential to remember that the harmony between nature and technology is delicate. The Acoustic Kitty might be a chapter from the past, but its lessons are timeless. As we move forward, may we innovate with both audacity and humility. Before we wrap up, a little request for all you wonderful viewers out there. If you enjoyed diving into the curious world of Acoustic Kitty with us today, then there's a simple way you can show your appreciation and make Lord YouTube very happy. By hitting that like button, you not only tell us you enjoyed the content, but also help others discover these intriguing tales. Want more such insights from the annals of history and the world of AI? Simply tap on the subscribe button. Trust me, with every episode, we aim to fascinate, educate, and sometimes just make you smile. If you think a friend, a family member, or even a random acquaintance would enjoy or benefit from this episode, don't hesitate to share it. Let's spread knowledge, laughter, and curiosity together. Every like, subscribe, and share directly supports our endeavor to bring more captivating stories to your screens. Your support means the world to us. So go on, make that click, and let's continue this journey of discovery together.